No, I didn't almost just fall. What's up, guys? My name is Adrian, and this is going to be a quick, short, I promise, little intro to the video and to the channel. So I have a 1990 Nissan Skyline R32 GTS4. So it is a sedan, 4-door model, okay? It is all-wheel drive, and I kind of want to do videos just, you know, sharing my experiences of what I learned with the car along the way. There's not always a lot of information available in regards to sedans and compatibility with parts and whatnot. So I'm here to kind of shed some light on that of what I already know, and I hope to learn more. I want to give a big thanks to Andy, aka Andy McFly. I'm gonna put his link in the description for his Instagram. He helped me with this installation. I learned a lot through the process, okay? Another person that I would also like to thank just for inspiring me to start recording videos again, which I always enjoyed in the past, is Javi. One of my brothers as well. He's a best friend. He has his own channel. I'm gonna include Javi's channel in the description below. I just want to say about the installation. I am installing a SPL HICAS removal kit. In the description, you're gonna see the link to the kit itself. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. I chose them because I have friends that have used the kit, and it's just SPL makes incredible suspension parts, okay? The video is not extremely detailed, but it does have a lot of information that may help you. But please, if you have any questions, as myself and Andy did the installation step by step, if you have any questions at all, just shoot me a message on the comments, okay? And that's kind of all I want to say. I want people to enjoy my videos, and if you don't enjoy them, tell me what I can do better, all right? And if you want to learn more or give me some info that I may not know, just come back to the channel, all right, guys? I'll see you later. I'm gonna get to bed.
Just a little quick rundown of what I'm going to be removing. Already got the left side off. Take out the axle nut. It's a 36. Most everything's 17. Remove the caliper, upper arm. I'm not going to remove the upper arm, camber arm, and traction rod. I'm just going to take the bolts out. I'm going to let the caliper hang to the side. And then just to show you guys how we left, it's a little easier to see this side, how we left it. Upper camber arm, remove the bolt. Traction 1, we remove the knuckle, axle nut, and then we just let the e-brake bracket and assembly with the hub. Put a little tie wrap here to hold the hub on it, and we just put it off to the side. A little easier to kind of work it like that. That's how I remove the knuckle. We're going to remove that lower ball joint off the knuckle, and then press in the new fittings, and then we'll loop the lines for the rear HICAS.
All right, so now you have to remove the pin to remove the outer tie rod on the rear HICAS bar. And you kind of get the picture. You need to remove that in order to remove the nut.
Grip or a little needle nose. Socket.
17mm socket to remove the nut that's holding the outer tie rod to the bushing.
Yours is rusted. Spray a little WD or PB Blast, and then hammer this.
That worked.
Yeah.
Alright, so when you're going to hammer out the tie rod, make sure you put the nut back on the screw just so that you don't mess up the stud, just in case. Nice heavy hammer is Andy's weapon of choice. Don't be afraid. And as you see,
Couple hits.
couple
I'm
of
actually
hits.
gonna leave the nut on, so when we remove it from the actual subframe, we could kind of just let it hang and then take it off from here.
All right, let's move to the other side.
Process.
So this side, if you can see, still has a little plastic cover, which uses a little Phillips head right in here. But it's just a little cover for your tie rod end. That's pretty cool. The other side was missing, so I'm assuming they changed it one day and you know they just never replaced it. Well, it has a screw, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
Where? What?
Yeah, right there.
Oh my
Magic.
God, I didn't even know.
Do you believe in magic? By the way, Harbor Freight Light, usually have it for like $10 to $20 depending on the sale, and it is amazing. So you see a little screwdriver right in there, Phillips head. Keep the plastic, never throw it away. Melt it for a child's playground, whatever your heart desires.
I'm gonna make a necklace out of it. Con gana.
You're gonna have to remove this 12 millimeter bolt, which holds a little cap, if I'm not mistaken, or some little bushing, it's rubbery, to remove the back side of this. I don't know, it's just a little bushing cover, I'm not sure, in order so you can get access to remove the actual bushing on the knuckle. So when you need to remove the axle, at times you may need to use a hammer drill. Very loud! We were going at it for a while trying to hammer what do you call that, Andy?
A hammer and chisel?
A hammer chisel, and to no avail. So luckily we had this in the shop. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. McFly.
Sweet.
If you don't know it, he has an FD. My light just turned off, did it not? I'm blinding you. And he also has a 240 Datsun for sale.
What are you talking about?
Where is it?
I don't know where you
Wait, did you sell it?
What are you talking about?
Did you sell?
No, it's-
I was about to say, I'm gonna be offended.
no, I gotta get it running.
All right, that's one down. All right, so once you have your knuckle out, if that's what you decide to do, which is probably the best thing to do, you can go to Advanced Auto Parts or any auto parts store, and usually you can rent the set of bushing removal tools, which I'll show you. And you literally just have to put a socket right there in between, and then it's going to push out the entire bushing. And then all you have left is this. Well, sorry for the focus, but it's pretty clean. Sometimes you have to shave off if there's any little burrs or whatnot, but overall it looks pretty good. So now that we got the new bushing out, we're gonna have to first hammer it in slightly, make sure that it goes in as straight as possible, and then after that we're gonna use a vise to press it in the rest of the way. You can use a press or whatnot, but this is our method. It doesn't recommend any grease for the SPL kit, so we're just gonna try to do it like this for now and see how it goes.
Make sure you show the tool also you use to remove the inner part of the ball joint. Where the kid falls on his arm and he becomes a Major League Baseball player, and it would like make that noise. It'll go. Just a mallet.
Sorry for the wind. The reason why you can't go all the way in with the hammer, because at some point it's just too much resistance. So you do have to do it with a vise. While Andy fights with that ladder. So what we did is that you have a washer under the knuckle with the vise, and then you have like a washer or something on top pressing down. And as you can see, slowly but surely.
And a washer in my pocket. No, I'm just kidding.
But you have to make sure that you do it slowly so it doesn't slip off, etc. This is, you know, take your time, because if this gets stuck, you're stuck like Chuck.
Throw it.
Alright, sorry if there's a little bit of wind noise, but once you've gotten all the lines in the rear removed, the rack loosened up, you're going to remove the solenoid, and I decided to loop these two lines with a rubber hose. Okay, so sorry, a little zoom, but very simple, and it has a little bit of a flare to the line, so you can just use some fuel line. I think it's about, what is it, 3/8?
Looks like 3/8.
3/8, something like that, but you know, really simple to figure out. So the HICAS bar is literally held up by 2 bolts. This one right here, and that one right there. A little dark, sorry guys. But that's pretty much it. You remove these 2. Your tie rods are already just hanging. If you decide to use, you know, a kit like the SPL one or whatnot, and that's it. And that's Andy's face over there in the shadows. All right, so this is it. SPL HICAS delete. So as you can see, no more bar. And then you have your beautiful titanium toe arm with all the bolts. If you have any questions specifically to any certain detail, just hit me up. Alright guys, so we have the car on the lift, just making sure there's no leaks with our little job. So what I ended up doing, you don't have to do this, right here is where the rear solenoid goes. Remove this, there's like these 2 massive lines, bolts, whatever. I literally just removed these fittings from that pump, from the solenoid, and then I got this line. It's a fuel line. Obviously you can use a hydraulic line, but the fuel lines tend to be the strongest. And then we're just checking to make sure that there's no leaks or anything like that. So we're letting the car idle for quite a while. And these little fittings, obviously, they just kind of stay here. You know, there's a million ways to do this. This is the way I wanted to do it. I'm not choosing to remove the entire system yet and devein the pump. So this was the easiest, you know, quickest thing to do. And you know, the job overall, you know, took, you know, quite a while, but you know, we got it done. Yeah, and it has a little lip, so that's why I chose to do this. If you back out this, let me see. If you back out the fitting, a little bright. If you back out the actual fitting right here, this little lip stays there, and you're able to use that so that the line is a little bit safer. And then this is the old HICAS pump. The 2 lines that I removed were from there, and that's what stayed on the car. And then the rest of this comes...
2 nuts.
Yeah, 2 nuts, and that's it. And all of this, and then you got to remove this clamp right here, and all of this comes off.